Mr. Koh Chun Hui, Chairman of the Singapore Children's Society, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Delighted to join you this evening, and I wish the Singapore Children's Society a very happy 60th birthday. This is a very significant milestone for SCS, as it would be for anybody reaching a 60th birthday. SCS was established by 13 Singaporeans back in 1952 to care for children who are sick, malnourished, or neglected. And ever since then, you've been doing good work. Helping children is an especially worthy cause because children are our hope, our future. They are least at fault when things go wrong, whether it's a family breakup, whether it's an economic downturn, whether they themselves run into difficulty. But they are always the most affected. And therefore, we need helping hands to support them and to help them to reach a better start point in life. The SCS has contributed greatly to children's welfare. You've set up service centers to provide safe environments for children to grow, caregiving services to give neglected children the parental support which they lack at home, and many other services as well. Many children and youth have been helped by SCS and have grown up and contributed back to society, and often also in their turn help others who are also less fortunate to make good. You've mobilized the community and the private sector, for example, through the 1,000 Enterprises for Children in Need initiative, which has got 1,000 local enterprises to pledge at least $1 million in total to SCS annually. You've practiced high standards of governance and professionalism, so well done to all of the SCS community, chairman, exco staff, volunteers, and donors. The SCS is a good example of a vibrant civic society. It is what we mean when we say we want a civic society. We want people to take the initiative and responsibility to do something about issues which they feel strongly about and where they can make a difference, especially social causes. It's easy to express what we would like to see and to expect others to do the hard work, especially the government. It's harder to make the effort to study the problems, to understand the issues, and to develop considered proposals. It's most difficult to bestir ourselves, sacrifice our own time and energies, roll up our sleeves, and do the heavy lifting day after day, organizing, fundraising, volunteering, and doing things which make a real difference to the lives of others. And this is what SCS and many other VWOs have done, and Singapore is the better for it. It doesn't mean that the government doesn't have a role or just steps aside. The government will always do its part to help the less fortunate, especially through education, through housing, through financial assistance schemes, but also through upholding a system of meritocracy and keeping paths open. So whatever your family background, however difficult your family circumstances, if you are working hard, if you have the talent, you can make it, and the doors are open, and you can go all the way up to the top. But the government cannot and should not try to do everything. It's too impersonal, it can be bureaucratic, and help then becomes a matter of social administration, not of care and compassion. And eventually this fosters an entitlement mentality instead of a sense of mutual obligation and of gratitude between the helpers and the helped. I'm happy that more Singaporeans are supporting good causes. Singaporeans donated at least $900 million last year, the largest amount in 10 years. Probably, surely, the largest amount ever. But I suspect before that our statistics were not so good. Volunteerism is on the rise, and there's greater awareness and passion about social causes, especially among our young people. It's important that Singaporeans continue to do this, especially when our income gaps are widening, when our sense of community is changing because of the social media and the internet. So instead of interacting directly with one another, we are interacting over the net with communities which may not all be in one place, may not all be Singaporeans, but maybe you may be people interested in stamp collecting, you may be people interested in pets, you may have some people in Singapore, some people in America, some people in China, but on the internet you are linked together. But we are one society in Singapore together, and I think through VWOs, through the civic society, we work together and we care for one another. We show it, we feel it, and we strengthen it. The government will continue to encourage Singaporeans to participate in this way and to give back to society. For example, through tax deductions and matching grants. For example, by promoting volunteerism, especially among young people. But ultimately, it's not the incentives which make the difference. We hope that Singaporeans will participate and will support such good works because this is the sort of people we are and because this is the kind of society which we want Singapore to be. We can't just measure our success by GDP growth, as important as it is, but also by the growth of our values, compassion, empathy, altruism, love for our fellow citizens. And I'm glad that many Singaporeans feel the same. I meet many Singaporeans when I travel or when I go around in Singapore, and I know many of them are serving passionately and often quietly. We are holding our Singapore conversation, and we can see from the participants that many wish for a more gracious and a big-hearted Singapore. I hope more Singaporeans will step forward to contribute in big ways and small, because this is the way Singapore can remain our home with a heart. So congratulations to the Singapore Children's Society. Once again, I wish you every success for 60 more years and beyond that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister.